Joe Maddon was hired by the Chicago Cubs, and I think, speaking of things that have happened in my lifetime.
I love that he's referred to as a managerial rock star.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they keep saying one of the few managerial rock stars.
This is the second time I'm bringing up stats within my own lifetime. I think this is the best move the Cubs have made in my entire lifetime, which is not that long.
The Soriano contract was good.
It was a good contract. But Back to the Future is related to this Joe Maddon signing.
Yeah.
Do you know how, Ben?
Only because you've reminded me very successfully, so tell people what that is.
Back to the Future predicted, technically incorrectly considering they said the World Series champion in 2015 would be the Chicago Cubs, and they would sweep the Miami baseball team. So that's not actually possible. But
because there was no Miami, and there was no Miami baseball team.
That's what I was going to mention.
Why it made it so clever.
So this is why. But now there is a Miami baseball team. So half of this prediction is technically true.
So whatever, they'll win the pennant by beating Miami.
Right. And are you going to put all your money on the Cubbies this year?
No. First of all, the Cubs have no chance at all right now. They have no pitching. None. They have no starting pitching.
The Mets can deal for some prospects.
So I'm at, most people seem to think, and I suspect it will happen, that John Lester will not be rejoining the Red Sox, but will be rejoining Theo Epstein and going to Chicago. That makes
it's a good sign.
Makes a lot of sense, and they're capable of giving him the top dollar contract, and I think that's worth it. Will they pay this year top dollar for another starter or big money for another quality starter, and then you add Arrieta to it with Lester, and then you start having the beginnings of a rotation. Plus the Cubs have this elite number of really top-notch hitters, specifically middle infielders, but they have hitters everywhere, so they can deal prospects and real offensive talent now. Affordable talent at a young age in Major League Baseball is massively attractive to teams with pitching to deal. But funnily, like the Oakland A's, the Cubs could conceivably send a hitter back to Oakland for Samardzija, which I think would be funny.
Coming full circle.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. Joe Maddon is a top 5 manager in baseball.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you take the sort of talent level.
He did a fantastic job with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly think Andrew Friedman did that job in Tampa Bay. I like Joe Maddon a lot.
Friedman's now Dodgers.
Yeah, so I mean, the general managers of teams have more to do with their success than the managers. So I think the credit for the long, sustained success in Tampa is Friedman more than it's Maddon. But I love Joe Maddon. He's a Bruce Springsteen fan.
Is he?
He gets a reputation of being an incredibly smart guy, but that might just be because he wears glasses.
Or because he listens to Springsteen.
But I like Joe Maddon, and I think it's a good hire for the Cubs. And everybody feels bad for Rick Renteria in that deal. Yeah. But that's the way it goes. And I thought Maddon had the right thing. Like, it's not my job not to take another manager's job. Like, I'll take whatever job they hire me, and this is the way it goes. And I don't think he has anything to answer for in that regard.
Now, there was also, and I wish I had it in front of me, Joe Maddon, class act. Bought the, after I think his press conference, he bought the whole conference, Boilermakers. Whole round of drinks on Joe Maddon.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But interesting call there on Boilermakers. Rizzo and Castro and Baez is an elite prospect, and Addison Russell, who came over in the Oakland trade.
So the Cubs have stuff to work with. They have pieces
tons.
to work with.
They have more elite offensive players, young offensive players than anybody in baseball. But they do not have any pitching. And so they're going to move, the theory is at least one of those prospects for some serious pitching. We'll see.